It's like saying, now we're supposed to lie. We're supposed to tell you that you will have 24 hours electricity by the end of 2026, 2025. And then you get to the beginning of 2026 and you say, where's the electricity? You these liars. Eh? They will say, you are bullying us. Oh. Do you know that what you are doing is a crime? You are bullying government. How dare you say that like we didn't give you electricity? Do you not know how much we spent on the electricity? Do you know that in 2025, electricity generated in Nigeria was 4,500? But as at December 2025, they are now generating 4,510. Do you know what it takes to generate extra 10 megawatts? And you said the government has not done anything. Yeah. Hey, is there no difference between 4,500 and 4,510? They will gaslight you. We say, no, not be failure. How not take use $1.5 billion to get 10 megawatts? Where the 10 megawatts? The Ronokus and their account will just say, yeah, we get electricity. We have been having electricity for the past 6 months. Honestly speaking, Ashwaju is working. And then when we come and say, man, I didn't believe it at first. Man, we have been having people we no get also, we no get anything. No. So people who are already running propaganda are going to hire more of you. And all they have to do is just put a title on it. Special advisor to APC National Youth Leader. Special advisor to APC National Youth Leader on positive propaganda. Oh, more. Your family will be proud of you, Sha, I think. Like just going and say, man, I just got an appointment. I just got my appointment letter. Your appointment letter says you are SA to the APC National Youth Leader. Then they will say, oh, SA on what? So SA on propaganda. But no, but positive propaganda. To sell Tifnumbu to you again in 2020. That's his deputy. That is Dayo. And Dayo be this one here. See this one here. And Dayo be that. His deputy is this one. I don't know his deputy, but this one. Yeah. Right. And as for Kolu, Comrade Kolu, here you get. This could be a great idea. Okay. So Jagabanami, season 2, while the terrorists are running hammock or running berserk. In that same northern Nigeria, a group has, come out to say they are going to stage a national protest to demand for the release of, the indigenous people of Biafra leader, IPOB leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the prisoner of conscience, the man that has become so, it has become so much of a problem, so to say, for those who thought they could keep him as a trophy. But right now, to let go, to keep him to let go has become a dilemma. But there are those who believe that unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu is the easiest way for you out. Tifnumbu, it is not his battle. It was Bokuwari and his Fulani irredentist that wanted to prove a point. He is dead right now, and that is not Tifnumbu's battle. He should let him go, or else. Listen to this guy.
I want to use this opportunity to appreciate Nigerians for their support since I released the first video yesterday about Free Nnamdi Kanu protest. This protest is born out of sincerity and honesty, with the display of shame and disgrace that happened in Katsina last week. We all know that for years Nnamdi Kanu has been in detention. And as I'm talking to you, Nnamdi Kanu is having and he's battling with health challenges even while in prison. But it's rather unfortunate with the display of shame and disgrace that happened in Katsina by the bandit commander The question we ask, do we have a country? The question we need to ask, do we have a nation? The question we need to ask, do we have a constitution? And if we have a constitution, then as Nigerians, we need to ask ourselves and ask the federal government question, why the double standard? If the bandit commander can come and address Nigeria like schoolboys and address Nigeria by threatening Nigerians, by killing one of the headers, that he will kill more Hausas and Northerners, and he is moving freely. Why should Nnamdi Kanu should still be in prison? The question I ask, why the double standard? And it is a question that every Nigerian should be asking. Double standards by the federal government of Nigeria. And that is why the call for one Nigeria, one voice protest is born out of sincerity and honesty, equity and justice for all Nigeria citizens. One Nigeria, one voice protest. One Nigeria, one voice protest is a national call for all Nigerians of good conscience. It's not a regional protest. It's not a tribal protest. But it's a sincere protest born out of sincerity. I am calling of all Nigeria with good conscience to come out in mass. Those in Jos, Plateau, Kaduna, Kogi and Abuja to come on Independence Day at Eagle Square to support this call. And I'm also calling on very dark black man to help us. Abuja is your constituency. We are coming from the north. You can help us to call the IG of police in preparation to this protest. The Rate president, I know you have the platform, and I'm also calling of all the Nigeria bloggers and social media influencers, those with good conscience and sincerity, so that our brother Nnamdi Kanu will be free. I'll bring up subsequent videos in preparation for this call and for this peaceful protest. May God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria.
My name is Nnamdi Kanu, and the reason why we're here today is to protest the killing of innocent women and children, and men for that matter, all over Nigeria, especially in the northern part of Nigeria. We are not happy, we are not pleased with what is happening, and that is why we're here today. As you can see, there are a lot of Nigerians who are protesting about the killing of families, people who are determined to tear the country apart violently, and it is not something that we support. It is not something that we would like to see continue, and we are here today to send a clear message to the Nigerian government, to the High Commissioner, that what is happening in the country is unacceptable and we cannot accept it. If that continues, it will lead to the violent disintegration of the country. There will be no more Nigeria for anyone to go to. There will be no Nigeria for anyone to refer to. In fact, what is happening in Somalia today will be like a tea party. So we cannot allow this nonsense to continue. Something has to be done. And the consequences of the actions of terrorism in Nigeria must be driven home to the people, so that even the terrorists themselves will be able to understand that there is no mileage in where they're going. The only thing they can accomplish is the breakup of Nigeria. If they think that they can cower people, if they think they can force people to be coerced into a religion which is not theirs, then they are clearly mistaken. We are asking for peace. We are asking for people to get together. We are asking for everybody who loves Nigeria, who is associated with that country, to please prevail upon terrorism in Nigeria so we can bring it to an end. That is why a multitude of Nigerians are gathered here today. Those of us in the UK are determined to work with the government for peace. We are determined to work with the Council Committee for peace. The one thing we cannot stomach is a repeat of 1966. What is happening today in Nigeria was the reason why Nigeria fought a bitter civil war for 3 years between 67 and 1970. If this continues, there will be another civil war in Nigeria. And this time around, no place will be safe in Nigeria. This time around, nobody will be safe in Nigeria. So it is imperative that everybody who has the interest of the country at heart acts now and immediately to stop this nonsense from continuing.
So to everyone who is a lover of justice, indeed, we show up. So the IPOB members, supporters, and like I said, everyone who is who has a conscience will also be there. Unfortunately, right? There's been so much, systemically ingrained distrust and all of that within the old system. And this is part of the barrier that people are trying to break, because once people are able to break the barrier of a distrust and realize that we can all get what we want, everything we want, only if we bond together to get rid of a system that keeps us so divided and poorer. Everybody can get what they want. But the only way we can get anything, nothing out of this whole thing is when the criminals remain in power and keep their hold or their grip on the country. So I implore you, if you are in Abuja on the 1st of October, I'm going to be following that though. So I'll be giving you an update. If you're in Abuja and all that, it will be ideal to show up too, right? Because it can be anybody. And you don't even have to be Nnamdi Kanu. You don't even have to be Omoyele Sowore. What they have in Nigeria that we believe is kind of like democratically distributed is the level of impunity and injustice in the system. So the injustice is so well spread that everybody's just waiting for his own turn. You could be accused of anything as long as somebody would just want to put you away. If they found out that your position is contrary to their position, so you are automatically seen as a potential threat, an enemy that should be neutralized as soon as possible. Nothing to probably threaten their grip. I'll keep reminding you. We have just about 10 days to that, brethren. Going forward, another person made a video. Osazu, his name is Osazu, who lives in Lagos, right? Said the Lekki Admiralty Way and the environs, right, have been, these are areas where it rains in Lagos. The whole place is flooded, and we get to make videos from this, So people believe that majority of this is because of poor drainage system, and the few they have are completely mismanaged, so to say, while many of them are so blocked up. So lately, right, whether it is the council, whether it is the residents or others, so they've dug out all this dirt from their drainages, okay, and they left them on the roadside, giving a terrible eyesore, so to say, right? So, and somebody made a video to see if they could get their attention. The first one he made, similar to this one I'm about to show you, rather than for the supposed, government to respond accordingly, they send their boat, like the Ronukus. The name is Osasu. So they told him to go back to Anambra. Who is Osasu from Anambra? Anyway, they told him to go back to Anambra and leave Lagos if Lagos is dirty. Well, he was born in Lagos. He was born and raised in Lagos. He works and pays tax in Lagos as we speak. So he went to make another one. This one.
So good morning, Lagos. I am on Admiralty Way at 8:57 a.m. I am in front of Brazos Plaza, so you can see what is in front of it. And I'm just going to walk with it. Go as I can, so I will let the pictures speak for themselves rather than me talking. But I've done so much talking and I'm exhausted, I'm tired of talking, I'm tired of taking abuse from people who have the duty to clear this filth off the street, who think that I am uncouth and unmannered because I am pointing out to them that they are leaving what is a clear health hazard to the inhabitants of Lekki by leaving this filth on the street for several days, if not going to weeks now. So this is in front of the banner, right here. You see, that's the banner there. And as you walk in, as anyone drives in, that's what you see. I'm just going to keep on walking. So see it with me. That's also in front of the banner. It's in front of the banner. See the sign, still going. And this is at the junction of CBC Towers Road and Admiralty Way. You can see what I'm seeing. And I'm just walking along. I don't want to talk too much this Saturday morning. See somebody carrying some of the refuse in cement bags. This is something which proper sewage disposal truck should come, suck it up from the gutter and take it all away. As you can see, this stuff is here. And because of the rains, some of it has started going into the gutter again. Ask yourself, how can those who are responsible for waste management and waste disposal in Lagos justify this type of thing? And rather than be penitent and do their jobs properly, when you point it out to them that this is wholly unacceptable and repugnant, they tell you that you are not telling them things in a polite language. The state of this street polite? Is this how it should be? And they expect citizens to be happy with them when they leave their environment in this state? So, citizens of Lagos, we can talk to the managing director of Loma and those responsible for health and for our environment in this city. So, good morning, Lagos. I am on.
Good evening, Lagos. Guess what? Where I got that video from, there were so many comments. You can guess what are the likely comments coming from those who are reacting to the video. I'll give you some instances. Someone said, must government do everything? There is no Lekki. Just one person is rich enough to clear all of that thing. If the government have taken the rubbish out of the drainage, why can't somebody who is a rich person that can just pay, a truck in order to pack the thing and take them away? Must everything be done by government? While others are saying, another person, by the way, was like, oh, look at this one, man, this Niger safe. Look at what this one is complaining about. Why don't you come to Orile? Why don't you come to, they are mentioning places that they don't even have road. You get that? Now, like there is no real road, no nothing. So to them, this one is complaining about rubbish on the side of the road. They had no clear understanding that leaving the rubbish inside the drainage is even better than digging it out and then allow the rain to blow everything back or push everything back in the drainage. If you're not willing to take them away, don't dig them out, just leave them there. At least if you feel like that is an eyesore, then taking them out and leaving them on the roadside should ordinarily be worse. And this is an eyebrow area in Lagos. Lekki, Admiralty, Victoria Island, all those fancy names. They're supposed to be the eyebrow areas of Lagos, where infrastructures are like up to standard, but that's not true. That's not true. That's reality, you know? Well, he said people should help amplify it so that maybe government will do something. And indeed, we have done that. So Peter Obi, in one of his